Hello and welcome back. It is time for the Morning Mindset. I hope you are well today. I hope that you find yourself motivated and eager to get into God's Word, to get your mind aligned with His truth, so that you can live this day in a way that brings honor to Him and directs your steps in the right paths that He would have you walk. We are continuing today in Psalm chapter 18. And yesterday, I brought up a passage that characterizes God as a torturer. And I realized that can be very difficult for some to swallow. But what I said at the end of yesterday's episode is that when a person's heart is already inclined away from God, they have demonstrated both to themselves, to the world around them, and to God that they are not willing to listen. And so God, like a parent, like a good parent, brings a more stern consequence into their life to get their attention. You know, when you were a kid and you weren't listening to your parents, the voice would escalate. The punishment might get more severe because they were trying to get your attention for your good, to point you in the right direction instead of the wrong direction you were headed in. Well, that is what this passage in Psalm 18 is communicating to us in verses 25 through 26. Now I'm going to read those verses again, and then I'm going to go on into the next verses because it makes it much clearer as to how we can avoid being that one to whom God's ways would seem tortuous. Verse 25 says, "With the merciful you show yourself merciful. With the blameless man you show yourself blameless. With the purified you show yourself pure. And with the crooked you make yourself seem tortuous. For you save a humble people, but the haughty eyes you bring down." Now, do you see the clarification there? When our hearts are humble before God, when we recognize that His ways are full of mercy, full of blamelessness, full of purity, when we recognize that in all His ways He does what is right, we can submit to Him, knowing those things to be true. And we would not be characterized in that circumstance as one who is crooked, because we're not going against His ways or divergent from them. It's the person who is haughty, the person who is puffed up, arrogant, who makes themselves out to be a better expert at life than God is, who He sees as crooked. And for that person, God's ways often will seem tortuous because we're coming against Him at every turn. We are butting heads with Him, so to speak. It reminds me of a really poetic and creative song years ago by a guy named Leighton Howerton. And it's called "Boxing God." And one of the lines in the song says, "In the battle of wills, your legs were stronger. Round after round, I swear your arms kept getting longer and longer and longer. Up to the bitter end, I was going down swinging, but I'm tired of pain and the taste of suffering, of blood and sweat when you get what's coming, of push and shove, of my face in your glove." I just love that. Of fisticuffs that test the stuff you're made of. And I'll be thankful just to walk away from boxing with you, God, and live to fight another day. You see, often we do resist God. We fight Him, and He has to get tough with us. He has to get our attention because He's a good Father who cares about what we experience in this life, who cares that we keep our eyes on Him, who is our greatest treasure and the thing of utmost value for us to be focused on. And when we go crooked, like this verse warns, He will become an obstacle. He will come against us because He loves us. My friends, I hope that is not you. I want to pray, Lord, give us the strength and the wisdom and the humility to stay aligned with You and not become the one who boxes with You, Lord, but to be one who You can guide gently through Your mercy because we have humble hearts that You adore. Lord, help us to do this. In Jesus' name, amen. If you would like information about how you can help support the Morning Mindset, look in the description of your podcast player or app and follow the link.